Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. In a recent video that I had on this channel, it was a archery and snow snake video. I had shown in the video a quiver that a friend of mine, a friend and mentor, Richard Zawacki, had made for me. It's made out of river cane, I believe. It might be bamboo, but I think it's river cane. And I received a comment from a viewer, My Wildlife, and he's also a creator, a YouTube creator. By the way, he has an excellent channel. You may want to check it out. My Wildlife does really cool stuff. He's from up in northern Canada, and lives on a homestead up there, and just a cool guy. Does some really good live streams. But back to the quiver. He had left a really nice comment about the quiver, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the guy that made that quiver. He was an amazing man. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He passed away a few years back, and without his guidance, I probably never would have got into traditional and primitive archery and muzzle loading and several other things that I enjoy. So I'd like to acknowledge him, Richard Zawacki. Here's a picture of Richard and I at a muzzle loading shoot someplace or the other, and Richard is on the left. He's the guy with the big top hat, and I'm the young looking guy on the right. So well, anyhow, Richard was a Fletcher of arrows, and for those of you who don't know what a Fletcher of arrows is, it's a maker of arrows, an arrow maker. Some people might call him an arrowsmith, but the proper term is a Fletcher of arrows. And Richard was a very talented arrow maker, and he also was a very talented craftsman. A lot of leather goods he did, a lot of leather things. So I wanted to show everybody a few of the quivers that Richard had made for me. And now Richard always had a little saying. Now, first off, Richard was a character, a very likable character, and he also was an excellent archer. Very good shot, very, very good shot with the bow. And he always used to kid around that it didn't matter whether you could hit the target as long as you looked good. As long as you looked good, you know. So I always remember that. It brings a smile to my face. And when I was wearing Richard's quivers that he made for me, let me tell you, I felt I looked good. So it didn't really matter whether I could hit the target, but I had a cool quiver. And the first quiver I want to show everybody is this Red Fox quiver. Just a beautiful job. Very nice Red Fox quiver. And then here's my favorite. It's a gray fox quiver. And it very well made. I've used the heck out of this quiver. I mean, it's beginning to show a little bit of wear and tear, but it's held up well over the years. And the beadwork on the strap, I got from a trade I made. I traded a blanket trade with a fella. I think I at the time was making wingbone turkey calls, and I believe that I traded him some wingbone turkey calls, or perhaps maybe a knife or whatever, and I got this wampum bead strap. Now, originally, I believe that strap was intended as a powder horn strap, but I wanted it on my on my gray fox quiver, and I took it over to Richard, and he very patiently sewed that wampum strap onto that quiver, and that really made it for me. I thought it was really, beautiful. Now, on all of Richard's quivers, he had a signature, like little trademark. It was a leather arrowhead, and he did just beautiful work. Everything was just so with his quivers, and I received a lot of compliments over the years on quivers that Richard had made for me, and like I said, I wanted to pass them along to everybody, or show everybody. I don't want to pass them along. I want to keep them. I want to keep the quivers. They can bury me with those quivers. Anyhow, another quiver that Richard made for me is this one here. It's made out of leather, and it has a piece of bear skin around the top. And the way he designed it was that could fold up and protect the fletchings somewhat in inclement weather. So Richard was an amazing man, and I wanted to acknowledge him in this video. So there's a few quivers that Richard had made for me. He also made all sorts of other things. In some of the previous videos, you may have seen a small wall tent that I use from time to time. Well, Richard actually made that tent. I just find it amazing that a guy in his basement workshop, this isn't a canvas shop or anything that he was operating out of, could make a wall tent, and it was made well. It's still holding up all these years later. I still use it at least once a year, just kind of a nostalgia for and remembering Richard. So, until next time, everybody, take care. Thank you for watching. Remember to keep on trucking and believe in yourself even when no one else does.